One of the most exciting things, if you're a pro wrestling fan, is the competition between WWE and AEW. Apparently, according to sources, Endeavor is letting contracts expire into 2024 on several top WWE stars, and everyone is wondering if the company is going to spend to keep these names on the roster. I got more on that today, right here on Off the Script. Also, WWE stepping on AEW's toes once again with another major international pay-per-view coming in August of 2024, and a major Survivor Series match that could potentially be planned. And I'm telling you right now, if it is a major mistake for WWE Creative. All that plus so much more right here on Off the Script. We are going to start with an update from Fightful Select and Sean Ross Sapp on WWE and TKO's approach to the 2024 contracts with top talent who will be a free agent. WWE has a ton of contracts expiring in 2024, but their method for renewals seems to be different as of late. Of course it is, because it's not Vince McMahon's decision to make anymore. It is now Endeavor's decision to make, and it's all on the desk of Ari Emanuel. Fightful has learned that numerous talent, including several top stars, have not been approached for contract extensions. WWE signed dozens of wrestlers to new deals in 2019 that are expiring, but also some that were shorter term are coming due in 2024. WWE has top talent with expiring deals all throughout the year. Most of the talents that Fightful spoke to were of the belief that the recent merger with Endeavor will kickstart a lot of the contract talks, and several of them are waiting to see what the offers are like when that happens. But it hasn't happened as of yet. There have been a few negotiations here and there, particularly with LA Knight, and there's the Drew McIntyre negotiations. He seemingly isn't happy with what WWE offered him. But usually with talent who approach WWE for raises, talent themselves have been interested and speculating what that could mean for their future negotiations and if the deals presented will be increased, decreased, or on par with their previous deals since the merger. This is an interesting story to follow. I don't watch the UFC. I don't really know much about the negative stigma that surrounds Endeavor and the UFC and how they pay their fighters. But all I will say is this, and it's clear as day to anybody that watches both UFC and WWE, they are two different beasts. How many fights per year does a major name in UFC go out there and actually do? How many major events, how many major fights does that particular fighter go out there and do in a single calendar year? Look at WWE. They are on the road 300 days a year. It is a completely different beast. And I don't know why anybody is comparing the structures of two companies. And I know that Ari Emanuel and Endeavor understand that, but they are looking to cut budget. They are looking to really make the most with this acquisition by acquiring WWE. I genuinely believe names like Drew McIntyre, Becky Lynch, who is a free agent next year, names like that will be given contract extensions. Whether they take them or not remains to be seen. I don't know if it will be increased, decreased, on par. Nobody really knows. It's going to be up to Ari Emanuel and Endeavor to sit down and say, well, she's worth it or he's worth it. I think major names will be given contract extensions or options to re-sign with the company, and it will be up to that talent to say, you know what, I think I deserve more. I think I've earned it, and I'm going to test the waters and take a chance on myself and go somewhere else, like an AEW or an Impact or places like that. That's also, side point, that's also a great reason why it's so good that AEW and Impact Wrestling are around, because it gives these wrestlers who may, in a situation like this, be unhappy with what Endeavor's going to present them. They feel like they need to take a chance and go out there and earn more money, or that they can earn more money elsewhere. So it's going to be easier for them to go find work instead of having WWE once upon a time owning everything and being the only place in town to work. So when all the arguing online ensues about WWE, AEW, this is a great reason why AEW and Impact are around and exist. So I want to make sure you guys understand that. I do think the lower level talent are going to be offered, and I don't think Endeavor is going to really make much of an effort to keep the lower level talent. I think they're going to go after the big names specifically. The negative stigma about what they pay their UFC fighters, again, it's a different beast compared to WWE. I can't see them wanting to go out there and rush to sign, I don't know, for example, like a Dolph Ziggler, if he was still at the company. I can't see Endeavor going out there and just saying, oh, we need to keep Dolph Ziggler. We're going to offer him this, and this. Guy like Drew McIntyre is the type of guy that I want on my roster. You're not going to let Becky Lynch walk, so you're going to offer her whatever it is that she wants to stay because you don't want her going to the competition. I think Endeavor knows that. So it's definitely going to be who's sitting at the main table eating and then who's sitting at the fucking kiddie table. I think it's going to be Endeavor offering those names big contracts and options to stay, and then the other ones, whatever's left, it's either take it or leave it for Endeavor. So it's definitely going to be an interesting situation to see develop going into 2024, and I will definitely keep you guys posted right here on the show. WWE, as of this morning, around 8 or 9 a.m. Eastern Time, announced that their big PLE next August will be emanating from Germany, and they announced today on social media, WWE, part of TKO Group Holdings, today announced that Bash in Berlin, the first ever major WWE premium live event to be held in Germany, will emanate from the Mercedes-Benz Arena in Berlin, Germany on Saturday, August 31st, 2024. Now, I love international WWE PLEs. I think this is going to be great. I'm very excited about this. I think every time that they ventured overseas or international for a PLE, it's been fantastic. Money in the Bank. We did Montreal for the Elimination Chamber. Puerto Rico, not really international, but that crowd was one of the best crowds that I think I've ever heard for WWE Backlash. Cardiff for Clash of the Castle last year. Everything that they've done international has been fucking absolutely fantastic. And I'm looking forward to this. Germany, not really the most, I would say, desired location to go and travel to watch a pro wrestling show, but I'm already thinking ahead about this. I'm thinking Gunther wins the Royal Rumble. I think Gunther beats Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship, and I know you see where I'm going with this. I'm calling up Ilya Dragunov from NXT. I'm putting him in the Royal Rumble. I'm having Gunther stare down Dragunov in the Royal Rumble. I may even make them the last two guys in the Royal Rumble. Really kind of get on board with the long-term aspect, long-term booking situation of where I'm going with this. Gunther beat Seth Rollins at WrestleMania for the World Heavyweight Championship. Ilya Dragunov's on the main roster. Build him up as a top-tier contender on Monday night for Gunther's World Championship. There's your main event for the show in Germany at the Mercedes-Benz Arena. Gunther defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Ilya Dragunov at the show in Berlin, Bash in Berlin. I like it. And I'm going to stick with that one. And does WWE go and do something like that to really give back to those fans over there for the first time ever? I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. But I will say this, side note again. August 31st is very, very, very close to another international show that's taking place on the 25th of August, 2024, from Wembley Stadium in London. It's going to be All In 2024. I don't want to start a conspiracy. I don't want to start riling up the fucking elitists and, get everybody to band it together here, man, and go AEW versus WWE on you. But is this a strategic move by Nick Khan and WWE to say, we can't do Wembley, but I know that they're doing Wembley over there, and we got Berlin opened up. Yeah, let's go to Berlin 5 days after AEW does All In at Wembley and get that show happening over there. So, I don't know, man. It's up to you guys to think if it's a conspiracy or not. I just find it a little funny how they're so close to each other, legitimately in the same week. I don't know, man. You guys let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Is WWE once again stepping on the toes of Tony Khan here and AEW. But regardless, I'm excited about Bash in Berlin next year in 2024. And we got one final piece of news here, ladies and gentlemen, a champion versus champion match potentially taking place at the Survivor Series. And I hope to God that it does not happen because it really doesn't make any sense. Now, as previously reported, WWE is bringing back War Games for Survivor Series, potentially, I hope. But there has been speculation about WWE going back to doing a Raw versus SmackDown theme as well. Now, War Games is not going to be Raw versus SmackDown. WWE can certainly do a Raw vs. SmackDown elimination match or a Raw vs. SmackDown one-on-one match at some point at the show. They could certainly do that if they want to play up the little animosity between Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis. Now, while speaking on the Wrestling Observer Live, Dave Meltzer noted that while recapping the Raw post-show and the Raw show from Monday, that there will be no plans to do what is being speculated. Fans on social media started speculating that Rollins versus Reigns, Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns, champion versus champion, will be taking place and could happen at Survivor Series. They even teased it on Monday with Rollins mentioning that he doesn't want to be anything like Roman Reigns and Rhea Ripley trying to get under his skin about the type of champion that he is. Brian Alvarez said, and I quote, "It seemed like they were maybe building to Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins down the road." Meltzer says, I didn't really get a sense of that. They're not going to do that. I can tell you for sure that's not on this year's Survivor Series. Good. I don't know why anybody would want to see that match. I don't know why anybody thinks that match makes sense. There is no animosity between Raw and SmackDown. There is no reason to do Raw versus SmackDown. It's Judgment Day Bloodline versus Cody and his band of babyfaces. That's what the War Games match is going to be. You want to do Rollins versus Reigns somewhere down the line and play off the long-term aspect of their history? Fine, but at Survivor Series is a no-go. And why would anybody want this match to happen anyway? Because every time WWE did it, the creative aspect around it really didn't make any sense, and it pushed WWE's backs against the wall. Champion versus champion. Champions shouldn't be losing. So the outcome is always going to be the hardest aspect. Who wins? You can't have Rollins lose. You can't have Reigns lose. And the most important aspect of why this match is not happening for all the fucking low IQ idiots out there on social media, Roman Reigns already took a pinfall this year. Do you really expect WWE to have Roman Reigns take another pinfall this year, twice in 1 year? Man, you guys are really asking for way too much there. Roman Reigns is not losing, and no, we're not doing a count out, and no, we're not doing a DQ. Roman Reigns is still the champion, as my cat even doesn't want Roman Reigns to take a pinfall. Roman Reigns is not taking a pinfall until he drops the title to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40. I hope I gave you guys the lesson that you needed. I'm sorry. It's not happening. And most importantly, it doesn't make any sense. Guys, before my cat starts interrupting more of my content, I'm going to get out of here. Make sure you guys follow me on social media at JD from NY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. Make sure you guys go check out all the other content on the channel. Plenty of it. And please hit that thumbs up. Let's try for 1,000 likes today on OTS. More news as it breaks right here, guys, throughout the day. And I'll see you live tonight with Jesse for the AEW Dynamite post show right here on Off the Script. Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson, Jesus Christ. Bryan Danielson and Kazuchika Okada in the ring tonight, wrestling on Dynamite. You can't miss it. I'll see you guys later.